Kevin says, what is the best keyword density analyzer tool? Well, honestly, what I've used, Kevin, that's a good question. All I've ever used, which I really don't worry about keyword density so much anymore, except for if I'm reading through a piece of content that I had written. If I feel like there's too many uses of a keyword, I'm worried about over density. I don't really worry so much about hitting specific numbers for keyword density anymore. We used to worry about that, but the algorithm is so much more advanced now. Google understands natural language patterns and and natural language, excuse me, so much better now that it's really unnecessary to try to hit specific keyword densities. If the content is written well, Google will understand what the content is about, regardless of repeating certain keywords over and over again, right? And so I don't really worry about keyword density at all anymore, unless I feel like a keyword is overused in a piece of content, at which point I will test it. And there's a tool that I've been using for years now, since one of the, I think maybe Panda 3 or Panda 4, it was around 2014, where I really started using this at the time, because back then we did try to hit certain keyword density numbers, right? And there, I think it was Panda 3 or Panda 4 or one of those in that time frame, and I don't know why it's being so slow. The site might be having an issue. SEOcentro.com. Yeah, apparently that's great. So now there's no connection. Are you guys still hearing me?
I'm still hearing.
Yeah.
See you screen.
I just want to make sure it wasn't my internet that was screwing up. But okay, so I was going to show this to you, but SEOcentro.com, that's what I had been using. Like I said, back around 2013 or 14-ish, we had tried to hit specific numbers, and then all of a sudden one of the Panda updates caused a lot of the sites that I had built, like lead gen sites and client sites, to drop down in the rankings. Not I didn't get penalized, but I dropped, a page 10, 15 spots, somewhere around there. And so after consulting with some of the, my colleagues and such, I found that there was another magic number, and it was to try to keep your density under a specific threshold. And at the time it was 2% for 2-word keywords. No, I'm sorry. For 1-word keywords, it was 2%. Try to stay under 2%. Try to stay under 1% for 2-word keywords, and try to stay under 0.2% for 3-word keyword phrases. And so SEO Centro, which apparently is a broken site right now. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's not loading right now, guys. So it might be.
It's down for everyone. I checked.
Okay. Well, that was the only tool that I would use, and there was a keyword density checker on that. It was one of the tools of SEO Centro. And again, I haven't used it in months, and probably even a year, if that. But there was a keyword density where you would just take the published page that you wanted to check, and you would add it, put it in the search field or whatever, and hit go, and it would analyze the entire page, and it would show you the words in 1 words, 2 words, and 3 words, the phrases that it determined were keywords. And so it would get a lot of random stuff in there that didn't make sense, but it would show you the percentages, and that was a good tool for it. And the reason why I liked that tool, now obviously it looks like we might have to find another one, but you could probably do some searches and find one. The reason I like that tool better than, for example, a lot of times people would write their content and try to hit specific densities based upon an SEO plugin like Yoast, for example, inside of a WordPress dashboard. But you would, a lot of people didn't take into consideration the fact that Yoast was only analyzing the keywords within the post body of that post or page, right? So the article body of that post or page. It didn't show you the keyword density of what the published page had, because remember, you've got keywords in your site header, your navigation, your main navigation menu, your sidebar, your footer, your widget, your widget areas. Like those are all potential places. Your images, your alt text, all of that kind of stuff could also contain keywords. And so people would optimize their content based upon what the plugin was telling them, which was just the keyword density of the article body of that page or post. And then but if you were to analyze the published page, which included all of those other elements, they were way over optimized. And so it was misleading. And that's part of the reason why way back in, for many, many years, I've said, don't use the WordPress plugins as a way to determine, especially like Yoast tells you like optimization tips. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because again, there's a lot of things that it doesn't take into consideration. I guess for somebody that is, just a blogger and doesn't know anything about SEO or something like that, there may be some value to that. But as an SEO or somebody that is learning or doing SEO, those are not, I would never recommend going by those guidelines. So do one of you guys have another tool besides SEO Central? Because apparently that's broken.
No, that's the one I reached to.
Yeah, and if not, then definitely probably just do a search for something similar to that. So long as it's looking at the right places, I'm sure there's several out there, but that was the one I used to use.
Yeah. So again, guys, our friend Google, I would just do a keyword density checker, right? And then just scroll through some of these and see. Online keyword density tool. See something like that. That's what I would check. SEMrush does it too, by the way. That's not free, obviously. But yeah, I mean, here's an example. Now I have not used this one, so I don't know if it's any good, but I like these type of SEO density or keyword density checkers over the plugins because of what I just mentioned. It will analyze the entire published page and all of the elements of that page. Does that make sense? So there you go. Moving on.